So these were wall boards from that house. If anybody knows, let me know. Welcome to Life on the Moose, and welcome back if you've been here before. Let's put this tongue and groove pine on the gable walls in the cabin, vertically. So it was 2 episodes ago when we put this tongue and groove on the walls, and we stopped on the gable ends because we wanted to do something just a little bit differently. We actually wanted to match the outside of the building as well, because if you remember, the siding, horizontal on the bottom, vertical on top, on both ends. So we decided, let's mimic that in the inside. It'll break up the pattern nicely as well. Shouldn't take too long. And if we finish up with that quicker than I think, we'll probably put more of that wood on the face of this loft. And that's the wood from that old house I'll get into a little bit later. So I've never applied this stuff vertically. I know it's not rocket science. I just won't have gravity working with me when I'm trying to put the tongue in the groove, but I'm sure that'll be no big deal. So I have more wood than I need. That over there represents the too crooked for me pile. Hopefully I won't have to get into it. Shorter pieces, usually you can cut the crookedness out, but I think I'm gonna have overage anyway, so the more I can take back to the store, the better. You know, this would probably be quicker if we just split up and, we each grab an end. So I'll do this one if you want to do the loft. Okay, I'll do it. One down, one to go. Looks pretty good, huh? I like that. So we're gonna have a band that runs across the seam right here, and we'll probably make that out of cedar, just to match the beam right there. Yeah, it looks pretty good. I like it. It's 12:45. I brought a super light lunch today. I ate a huge breakfast. Ham, eggs, cheese, apple. So I'm just doing a banana and a protein shake. I know, pretty exciting. I want red meat. All right, well, maybe I'll go find a spot in the sun and out of the wind and take a nap. I like naps. When I was a kid, I hated naps. I would do anything to get out of a nap. The only thing worse for me than taking a nap when I was a kid was going to school. Now, give me a nap every day. I'm a happy guy. Okay, well, I'm gonna get a bite to eat. It's not gonna be too exciting, so I'm not gonna worry about videotaping it. It's just a banana and a protein shake. I mean, come on. How exciting is that? So I'll be right back and we'll get to work. Okay, lunch was uneventful. You didn't miss a thing. So what I'm gonna do, I decided to take a break from the tongue and groove for a second, and I'm gonna go ahead and face this loft edge here with more of that darker wood you see right there. So these boards went into the house that used to be on this property. And we tore that house down a couple years ago because it was dangerous and people were taking pictures next to it and whatnot. So these were wall boards from that house. I believe these are Doug fir, probably came from the property a long time ago. As best we could figure out, that house was built in 1911. And judging by the size of some of these boards, those trees were about 150 years old when they went into the house. So imagine when that tree was a sapling. Okay, so let's do that. Let's cut a couple pieces. Of course, I can fit a whole one over there. And then I'll have to cut two for here, but that's okay. I don't mind seams like that. Seems like a good idea. Oh, brother. That looks better. I like the contrast. As you probably saw, that wood is very checked, cracked. There's nail holes in it. In fact, one of them, there's a nail I'm just gonna leave it all exactly the way it is. I will put one coat of tung oil on that just to keep it from flaking off when you touch it. But other than that, just as is. A lot of character. Okay, well let's get going on that final loft wall. I don't know if I'm gonna cut everything up there. I might just do what I did up here and start with a big section. Some of that's hard to cut up there when I'm on my knees, so we'll figure it out one way or another. Let's get back to work. That's it. That is all she wrote. I'm happy with it. I'm glad we decided to go vertical with that. Speaking of all she wrote, does anybody know where that came from? Is there some woman in history that wrote something important and when she was done writing, that was it? I don't know. If anybody knows, let me know. I had a few people ask if we were going to stain or oil the walls, the tongue and groove. And we're not going to do anything with it. We're just going to leave it go. We like the contrast because it's lighter right now. I understand that it will get darker with age. In fact, here. This board, this one in the Ridge Cabin about 1 year ago, just about 1 year ago. And this was sitting in the wood shed out in the open most of the summer. Of course, it had another piece of wood sitting right here. This is original. Look at that. That's what 1 year will do of sunlight. Pretty amazing. Well, that's it. Thanks for watching Life in the Moose. I appreciate it. Next week, I don't know. My wife and I are going to go on a trip. I have a good friend that had surgery on his wrists and he needs his deck replaced. And that's going to take place maybe next week. So I'm thinking about making a video out of it. We do have to travel. We do have to fly somewhere. I'm not going to tell you where, but you'll know eventually, especially if I decide to make a video of it. So we could be doing that, or we could be milling lumber, cutting down trees, putting up more trim in this cabin. We have stuff to stain, stuff to oil. Of course, once we're done with the cabin, we want to build an outdoor kitchen. We do want to get to work on that fire pit out there too. So there's no shortage of things. There's other projects on Red Moose Ranch I haven't even told you about yet. It's going to keep us busy all summer. I'm positive of that. And hopefully by the time we wrap up all this little stuff, we'll be building a real house. So it's February 27th for me right now. And this comes out in about 2.5 weeks, I believe. Is it going to be spring? It's going to be close. I think we're going to be in daylight savings time, though, by the time this video comes out. So, yeah, weather should be warming up. Okay, well, that's a wrap. Take care of yourself. Be good to each other. We'll see you next week.